Good afternoon. This is Lunchtime News on TV1, and for the Newsfirst team, I'm Zamal Ratnayaka. Before we head into our local stories in detail, let's start off with a look at headlines. Former IP Newmal Rangajiva of the Police Anti-Narcotics Bureau reinstated. Investigation launched over a suspect with over 10 court cases against him fleeing prison. 3-year-old child dies following motor accident in Kamrugamua. In your lead story for this afternoon, now the Satyagraha campaign launched yesterday under the theme Let's Join to Safeguard Democracy and staged opposite the Colombo Municipal Council continues for a second day today.
Trade unions affiliated to the United National Front and civil organizations have organized the campaign. This governing turnover can only be seen as one done to escape from various court cases filed against them. This is not something that should have been done. My opinion is that we should sort this problem. He can decide if he wants to come to power after the 8th of January. After the 8th of January, he can take on the challenge and call for a presidential election.
IP Newmal Rangajiva of the Police Anti-Narcotics Bureau has been reinstated.
The police media unit said the reinstatement has been done according to an order by the IGP. He was earlier arrested over the Velikada prison clashes in 2012 and was subsequently granted bail on the 27th of September. He was charged with the killing of 27 inmates and prisoners at the Velikada prison. After considering a bail application filed by him to the Court of Appeal, he was granted bail on 2 sureties on Rs 100,000 on each on the 27th of September. The police media unit said the IGP has ordered IP Rangajiva's reinstatement following an appeal he had made to the IGP's Relief Centre on the 19th of this month.
A 3-year-old child has died as a result of a motor accident that took place in the Kamrugamua area along the Gaul-Mathura main road.
The accident had occurred when a motorbike had collided with a lorry. The 3-year-old female child has succumbed to her injuries while en route to the Mathura hospital. The child's grandfather and grandmother have also sustained injuries as a result of the accident. The child who was killed in this accident has turned 3 years old yesterday. The driver of the lorry is to be presented before the Mathura magistrate today.
Nisantha Muthuhettigama held a media briefing at his office in Makuluwa, Gaul. At this media briefing, Nishantha Muthuhettigama replied to a comment made by Mangala Samravira. We would like to tell former Minister Mangala Samravira if there is a problem in paying salaries, we will take him in as an advisor. He has no knowledge as to how to handle the portfolio of Finance Minister. Our Prime Minister was the Minister of Finance for almost 10 years, so he will carry out his duties very responsibly. Shifting your attention to more local news now, the Police Anti-Narcotics Bureau has apprehended a suspect who was in possession of 300 grams of crystal meth, also known as ice, worth 3.6 million rupees.
The Police Narcotics Bureau added the suspect who attempted to smuggle the narcotics into the country from Chennai last night has strategically concealed the narcotics in his innerwear. The police noted that this suspect has been arrested in 2017 while attempting to smuggle a stock of illegal cigarettes into the country. They also said that the suspect had been a drug peddler for a prolonged period of time. Officials at the Police Narcotics Bureau added that the suspect is to be presented before the Negombo magistrate today.
The Hatton-Nuwara main road was blocked due to a fallen tree in the Logi area in Talawakere. Police have advised motorists to use alternative routes as a result of this. While steps have already been taken to remove the tree, police says it will take at least 2 hours to restore the road to normalcy. The Prisons Department has begun an extensive investigation into a suspect escaping from the Kregol remand prison. Prison spokesperson, Prisons Commissioner Tushar Upuldenia said the prisoner was to be brought to Colombo from the Kegor prison and was to be transferred to the Kalutara prison. The Commissioner added that it is suspected the prisoner escaped when the transfer was being done. The prisoner had escaped on the 7th and it has been reported on the 10th.
The media spokesperson added that attention will be drawn to whether there was any involvement of prison officials to the suspect's escape. The department added that the escaped prisoner was identified as Sunil Shantha, a person who had 10 court cases against him.
Today, the 22nd of November, marks the Il Poya Day. This is the last Poya of the Vasana rainy season. With the end of the Il Poya, the Katina Pinkama also should end.
The Katina Pinkama is considered one of the most highest deeds in Buddhism. During this time, Buddhist monks stay inside their premises due to heavy rains. This roughly happens for 3 months. It was also on an Il Poya day that the Buddha sent out his first contingent of 60 disciples, instructing them to travel to all corners of ancient India and to preach the pristine Dhamma to the people. The Jatila brothers entering the Buddhist order following a sermon by Lord Buddha also occurred on a day like today. History also has it that the announcement of the future Buddhahood of Maitri Bodhisattva was revealed to the world on a day of the Il Poya Day.
Meanwhile, a special Buddha Puja was organized at the Shakya Malakya opposite the headquarters of the Capital Maharaja Organization Limited. Today's Buddha Puja was sponsored by the staff at the Stein Studios in Ratmalana. The Sri Lankan rupee has depreciated further to a new all-time low yesterday to 179.04 against the US dollar. Currently, the selling price of a US dollar at the Bandaranaike International Airport is stated at 180 rupees and 48 cents.
This is the way in which the selling rate of the US dollar was depreciated at the departure terminal of the BIA last night. Yesterday, the selling price of the US dollar against the rupee was 179 rupees. As per the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, the US dollar was selling at 175 rupees. The rupee has depreciated by 16% during the year thus far against the US dollar.
In more news now, the Gum at the 1000 Projects initiative grows from strength to strength, and another project was vested with the public today. A pipeline and sanitary facilities were provided to the Rangiri Ulpata Aranya Senasanaya in Horopatana, Anuradhapura.
This religious institution not only sees the arrival of Buddhist devotees but the arrival of people of all faiths. The monks who are resident at the Aranya Senasanaya and the devotees who arrive here for religious activities did not have proper sanitary facilities over a long period of time. The water was brought into the Senasanaya from about a kilometer away. After a request was made from the Gum at the Secretariat, the Il Full Moon Poya Day was dedicated for this purpose. The pipelines and the sanitary facilities were granted to the Senasanaya with the generous support of cardiologist Dr. Prakash Priyadarshan, Nilanka Gunatilaka and Tekla Gunatilaka. News First News Director Roshan Vatavala, National Organizer of Gum at the Kenneth Veerakodi and other officials took part in the event.
The health sector says a special dengue prevention program will be carried out in areas surrounding schools which are to hold the GCE or ordinary level exams. This program will be carried out from the 30th of this month to the 3rd of December. Community specialist Dr. Prashila Samaravira said the circular relating to this program has already been issued.
Total dengue patients reported for this year so far is 43,000. Community specialist Dr. Prashila Samaravira said a majority of dengue cases had been reported from the Western Province. 8,000 cases of dengue have been reported from the Colombo district. Meanwhile, 4,600 and 2,500 dengue patients have been reported from the Gampaha and Kalutara districts respectively.
And with that story, we bring to a close this edition of Lunchtime News on TV1. For a comprehensive report of these stories and more, simply log on to our award-winning website www.newsfirst.lk or join us at 9 tonight on Primetime News on TV1. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Zamal Ratnayaka. Good afternoon.